So without further ado, I will walk you through. I have my stuff on today, but you can see that on most days, this situation, it really isn't too bad. And it tends to be more just kind of dark bluish a little bit. So my wheat highlight will kind of already tone it down and it's fine. But I kid you not, this time change has been much worse on me for whatever reason than my kids. So I've been up so late and then I feel like we're getting up so early, but it's really not. But I'm all wonky and then all the other things going on. I just don't feel like any of us are sleeping like super sound. So I've noticed there's been an increase, and especially up in here, it gets a little more purple, which means I'll walk you through color in a minute, but purple, and then tends to kind of get a little bit more green. So other people might have other issues. You might have like redness, more like a purpley red, or even like browns, or if they're mixing with your skin tones, maybe oranges. So there's going to be different colors that you can use to tone and kind of like eliminate them. So back to the color wheel, right? Like basic color theory, we want to use the opposite color on the color wheel to kind of tone down the color that you're seeing. So think red and green are opposites, so Christmas time. So if you have green here, you're going to want to go with like petal, that's more red based. Nothing, obviously you're going to use a very light layer, but you're going to work opposites on the color wheel. So sometimes even green with orange is going to work because of the color tone of that green. So if you have like, let's say blue, we might want to work with like sunlit. It has a lot of that really warm yellow tones. Wheat, which for me oftentimes is fine because the wheat is more yellow based. Occasionally if there's like red, like a purpley red, we might use June, which has a really good olive base to it. If you have like more of like browns and oranges, we might go, if the browns are kind of dark, we might use again the petal, or even our lightest contour aspen is really, really cool. So it might tone some of those like orangey kind of browns because it has a lot of blue in it. So just some things like that to think about. You can let me know. I can take a look and kind of see what works best for you guys. So today I am going to grab my Frenchie because I tend to be more blue-green. Let's see if I can kind of maybe even wipe this side really quick. And I can give you guys like a side-by-side situation here. So if you are darker skin tone, I would say you could even go like mango. It has like a really warm base. So if you're like amber and darker, I would even try mango. If you're kind of like candlelit, lighter, Frenchie would be your choice. So I'm kind of right in the middle, and I'm going to play with this Frenchie just so you guys can see it a little bit. But I have all of our brushes, tongue twist me, Best Blend Forever brush. And I'm going to use this really light side over here to kind of give a very sheer finish. So I'm just going to tap it, and you can see this is one of our lip and cheeks. And I'm just going to go very lightly in here and kind of give this a little bit of toning that color down. So very, very light. And I actually am going to come not just to my bags, but a tiny bit, like I'm going to feather it out so that it blends, not because if I tone this, then this like on my regular skin color is going to get very like darker, right? Because I don't want to make that more orange. So I'm going to put the bulk of it up where I need it on the color. And I might even go a little heavier up here because this is where it gets kind of gnarly. And then just really work to fan it really lightly out there. And then I'm going to take it like just a tiny bit wider, nothing crazy. And I'm just going to kind of build as I go. Yes, with school. I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I feel like everybody might get to this or they're interested. So I thought I would share. And this, I really have been liking this brush for this because it gives such a sheer finish. I don't have like coated and coated and coated build up there with product. So I'm going to hit that guy here. And as you can see, it's already toning really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my wheat. I've actually been dipping into wheat and amber. I have sort of like a in between that I've been digging because just the season calls for it in my skin tone. So I'm going to lightly brush over this with the big end. And this is just my all over highlight shade now that I'm kind of using to blend. Now this I'm definitely going to take way down in this whole section so that everything is blended nicely. Oh my gosh, look, you can already see the improvements, right? From one side to the next. And this side does have some foundation on it. So you can already see that that's looking a lot better, yet not heavy. Awesome. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of this pink grapefruit I used today. Kind of tap that right there, a little more color. And then I can actually take, if I want, where are they? I'm going to go with Glam today, and I'm going to hit the Georgia, this guy right here. So I'm just going to brush this end. And I'm just going to go kind of like this. I have Dulce on already, but make some hydration there. I know I have such, look at the stress. It's showing, you guys. It's starting to come through. I'm going to have to do more work. But that's okay. All right. So yes, we can already see that this side is an improvement over that side. And I'm going to leave it like that today. Some days I would maybe even brighten there. So I could go like, I do Aura. It's a few shades lighter than like wheat and amber that I use. If you're like candlelit and lighter, you could grab linen and you can do like extra brightening and kind of like amp everything up. But we're just hanging at home in the rain, making mud stuff. So really the only thing I'm going to do is grab my setting powder and just make sure this stays for the rest of the day. And other than that, I will call it. So, oh, yay, Randy. I'm glad you picked up that trick. It's really nice. And I think you guys can totally see that it makes a difference. And what I love with this makeup is that it's going to move with your skin. You're going to probably make a million, facial, well, I'll probably do that side now, so I'm not opposite, but, facial movements and things like that. So it's going to sit and move above that, not set into these creases and lines, and just make everything really nice and smooth and seamless. And yeah, a little sunshine for this crazy time. So thank you guys for coming. If you have questions, drop them below. If you're watching this later, #replay, I'll make sure I'll get to them. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys so much. Bye.